Welcome to day 3 of our road trip to Quebec City. In this video, you will discover 7 of the most interesting things about the Montmorency Falls, which is the highest falls in the Quebec province and is one of the most striking natural wonders in Quebec City. We will also reveal the story and the connection behind this White Lady Canada post stamp and the Montmorency Falls and its history, so keep watching until the end. Welcome back to Adia's World, where we explore the new world of parenthood through our 2 butterflies. If you are new to Adia's World, this channel is all about the discovery of millennial parenting trends, the joy and challenges of everyday parenting. We share our experiences, ideas and thoughts on wide-ranging topics, including early childhood education, travel, food and fun. So subscribe and hit the bell icon for more. Now, if you haven't watched our day 1 and day 2 of our road trip to Quebec City, click the card above to see. So today, our plan is to spend most of the day at the Montmorency Falls. We have arrived and asked one of the park officials to give us a quick tour of the map in order to make sure that we don't miss anything that we shouldn't. Here is our plan, guys. As you see in this map, there are multiple entries for the park. To be specific, there are 3 parking lots, 2 on the hilltop and 1 at the bottom as you see here. We decided to park the car on the further top right parking. And our plan today is to take the trail along the fault bridge onto the battery trail. From there, we will take the panoramic stairways down. And then we will head over the footbridge to the lower terminal, where we are planning to take the cable car back up to the Manoir Montmorency. From there, we will walk over to the Falls Suspension Bridge and back to the parking lot where we started the journey. One of the main reasons we decided to park the car at the hilltop is to make sure that we don't do the walk up on the stairways, as it will be super difficult for the kids and the elderly members of our family. We are planning to do the walk nice and slow, going with the pace of the kids and everyone. And hope we'll have some good fun today. Okay, so let's go, guys. As I mentioned earlier, throughout this video we will be providing some very interesting information and fun facts about the falls and the area surrounding this place, some of which you'll be amazed to know. So watch until the end and let us know in the comments if you found it interesting, and also share with us if you have more of the fun information about this beautiful place. As you can see, the weather is super nice, not too hot, not too cold, and it's the right temperature for everyone. We are now passing along the fault bridge and heading over to the battery trail. You cannot quite see the falls from here because the trees are hiding it, but I suspect you will have a better view when the leaves are off. Now we arrived at the top of the stairways area. Guys, it's hard to describe, but the view and the falls is simply spectacular from here. Here we go, guys. Fun fact number 1. The waterfalls was named after the Duke of Montmorency in his honor by Quebec's founder, Samuel de Champlain, in 1613. Sadly, he never saw the falls that still bears his name. A lot of people recognize Niagara Falls as one of the most well-known landmarks of Canada around the world. However, did you know that the Montmorency Falls is 30 meters higher than Niagara Falls, measuring at 83 meters, which is 272 feet. Obviously, Niagara Falls has a much larger water flow rate, therefore it appears much bigger, and about 970,000 people visit the falls each year. And Montmorency Falls is the highest falls in the Quebec province and the 8th highest falls in Canada. Now the fun starts. We will be walking down the stairways, and there are actually 3 observation decks, and we all decided to take some pictures and take breaks as we are walking down. Here is fun facts number 2, guys. This is an ancient geological structure. Several hundred million years ago, during the Paleozoic era, the entire Quebec City area was located on a continental margin. A continental margin is the outer edge of continental crust, a budding oceanic crust under coastal waters. The waterfalls and the Montmorency Fault are products of the strain caused by continental shift. Geologists and archaeologists have determined that this area was frequented by giant fishes and squids. Did you guys realize that this is not just 1 year or 2 years or 10 years or even 100 years ago? And it is also not 1 million years ago, but it is almost more than 250 million years ago. And gigantic fishes and squids were swimming in the same place where we are walking right now. It's simply mind-blowing. We are at the bottom of the stairways. It really was a nice walk down the winding stairways, but also a bit stressful with kids and elderly. So keep watching out when you guys are there. And there is about 3 observation deck areas. Each one gives a slightly better view compared to the other. So it was definitely nice to take some pictures. And we will now walk over to the footbridge. That should also have a great view of the falls from a good distance. Closer to the back, Adia started humming one of her favorite Tamil songs, and my husband grabbed the opportunity to shoot the video with a false background. So we ended up doing a part of the song at this location. In case you haven't checked that song out, do click on the card above and enjoy.
All right, ready, go.
Number 3, guys, did you guys know that this place has some significant and interesting history? This is where the Battle of Montmorency took place between the English and French forces in 1759. On June 26th, the Quebec siege began. The site is also the place where the first hydroelectric power station was established in 1885 to power the Quebec City. Now we are heading over to the bridge, guys. What a beautiful view, blue skies and the sound of water gushing. Quite a calming feeling. Another fun fact here, Montmorency Falls is actually made up of 3 separate waterfalls. The 2 others are much smaller and rarely appear. One is natural and the other one was formed by the old hydroelectric power station. Now we're getting closer and closer to the cable car terminal. And looks like Adia's being a little silly here with Daddy. And she's super tired, but she was such a good kid. I'm so happy about her. Terminal, and as you can see here, there is a huge lineup of people to go up, and the lineup is going all the way around the parking lot. Quite great that everyone is following with social distancing during this pandemic. And as you can see, our little butterfly is super tired, and thanks to the wagon we were able to put her to sleep. You can see the St. Lawrence River is already pushing its tides into the falls area. Not sure if this is how usually it is or if it's due to the lack of water level from the falls, but interesting to look at it. Here is a sneak peek at the cable car engine room. And now we are finally getting closer and closer to enter the cable car. We waited about good 45 minutes, I would say, to get in. And here we are, guys, going up to the Manoir Montmorency. It really is a spectacular view, guys. I can just imagine how this ride will be little later during the time of sunset. The ride up was quite fast, I would say. It only took about a minute or two. Here we are at the Manoir Montmorency. We understand that there is an interpretation center, a gift shop, and a restaurant. We didn't spend much time here. They were closing down as the day was coming to an end already. However, here is another fact about this building. The current building is actually an exact replica of the original Manoir Montmorency, which went up in flames during the renovations in 1993 and got completely destroyed. And it also looks like there is also a British royal connection here. It is said that the Duke of Kent, the Prince Edward, father of the future Queen Victoria, basically, had an extramarital affair with a married woman. Rumor has it that the illicit relationship lasted 27 years. And they used to spend time at the Manoir Montmorency. Now we are walking over to the Falls Suspension Bridge, guys. Lots of mature trees and picnic areas here, and quite a nice walk actually. We are getting closer and closer to the bridge, guys. As you guys can see there in the distance, here is another interesting fact, which is fact number 6. In 1823, the original bridge that was built collapsed 5 days after its completion. The pillars are still standing there, as you can see, causing 3 fatalities. The suspension bridge was again built in 1993. We are here on the bridge, and I must tell, this is an entirely new feeling. You can literally feel the water rushing underneath your feet, and the sheer beauty and power is incredible to watch. It's an amazing sight, and let's enjoy it for a minute. Definitely the highlight of today, and it is the first time in my life standing just above the waterfalls, and it's amazing to see the waterfalls in this perspective. I'm running short of words, but I think you guys have to just come stand here to feel it and experience it. So fact number 7, as I'm standing here, this story about the white lady is stuck in my head. So as I mentioned earlier, this place was a historic battleground between the French and English. So the legend of the White Lady is that 2 young lovers, Mathilde and Louis, were set to be married in July of 1759. A few days before the wedding, the British launched an attack near the falls. As a member of the colonial militia, Louis joined the battle and was killed. Overcome with sadness, Mathilde returned home. She wore on her wedding gown and threw herself over the falls. This is basically the story or the legend that's known in this part of Quebec. I was also fascinated to find out that Canada Post even released a stamp in 2016 that you see here right now. And anyway, some to this day even say they can see a white figure throwing herself into the churning waters below. Now that's a little creepy, so let's cross the bridge over. In fact, we understand that one of the smaller falls is named after the White Lady today. Now we are heading back towards the parking lot, and overall the day has been quite fun. There are obviously more things that you can do if you are single, including ziplining and climbing, which we couldn't do with the little ones, neither was that on our agenda. So tomorrow we are planning to explore a beautiful church and another beautiful falls. So thank you for watching. We hope you found this video fun and the 7 things that we discussed was interesting and useful for your next trip to the Montmorency Falls. And if you like the video, give us a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. See you next week. Until then, happy parenting!